here's a recap of everything you need to know, starting with Season 1. Matt Murdock was not born blind. He had a tragic accident as a kid that heightened all of his senses. He was then trained in combat by a psychopath named Stick, who also happened to be blind. Wilson Fisk is a rich mob boss who orchestrated countless deaths, including a journalist named Ben Urich. Matt Murdock is Daredevil, but Daredevil has a very specific rule. No Foggy Nelson is Matt Murdock's law partner and best friend. Karen Page was framed for murder helped by Nelson and Murdock, and after she was cleared no longer in danger, she ended up working for them. Daredevil fights Kingpin, aka Wilson Fisk, loses, but then fights him again, wins, and puts him in jail. Season 2! Frank Castle, aka The Punisher, goes on a spree, violently taking out criminals who were connected to him losing his family. Matt and Karen hook up, but Matt also hooks up with his ex, Elektra. Elektra also got some skills. Foggy finds out Matt is Daredevil. Frank Castle goes to jail. Foggy and Matt have a little breakup, best friend spat. Frank Castle, aka The Punisher, ends up in the same prison as Wilson Fisk. Fisk manipulates Frank to a bunch of people in the jail, and he manipulates him with a bunch of fake, empty promises. But Frank Castle does end up out of jail. Daredevil and Elektra, while also hooking up, team up to take down a criminal organization called The Hand. Elektra sacrifices herself and or did she? She was kind of brought back to life using an ancient machine. Oh, also Karen Page now knows Matt is Daredevil. The Defenders. All you have to know is fighting the same criminal organization, The Hand. Matt Murdock sacrificed himself to save the day, and or did he? Season 3! Matt returns as Daredevil and reunites with his friends. He makes them wait for a little bit. It's kind of mean. Wilson Fisk manipulates an FBI agent, Poindexter. Fisk also takes out a woman that Poindexter really cares about, driving Poindexter into mental insanity. Fisk, aka Kingpin, also forces Poindexter to pose as Daredevil, making Daredevil do all kinds of crazy stuff. But Matt Murdock, the real Daredevil, faces off against Poindexter, breaks his back. Poindexter has experimental surgery on his back, and then becomes Bullseye, which is incredibly important! So pay attention! Poindexter is Bullseye! Bullseye! Fisk also knows that Matt Murdock is Daredevil. Daredevil versus Kingpin. Once again, this time Kingpin brutally loses to Matt Murdock. In fact, Matt Murdock, Daredevil, is very, very close to breaking his one rule. Nope. Instead, he forces Fisk to promise to never go after Karen or Foggy. And in return, Matt Murdock will never turn in Fisk's wife, Vanessa, who is very corrupt at this point. And to end it all, Matt, Foggy, and Karen start their own law firm as equal partners. And that is everything you really need to know before watching Daredevil Born Again, but honestly, you could technically watch Daredevil Born Again without watching all this. And technically, if you do watch the originals, this video was an entire waste of time.